guys, welcome back. So my name is Clyde and today I'm going to continue with the story of Hunters. So the game actually allowed me to acquire 600 free credits on a daily. I think originally it's 300 credits, but they're doing double rewards, and this will allow me to actually continue with the story without having to wait the following day. As of right now, I haven't made any purchases, but I may do that in the future if these videos becomes successful. So let's go ahead and continue with the story. So the last time we encountered a female hunter, S rank, and it says she doesn't approach further, just stands there waiting. Here are 3 possible responses I can do. Stand up slowly, keeping the knife tucked out of sight, and shout, "S rank hunters don't text. What do you actually want?" Second option is sprint in the opposite direction immediately, vaulting over the next barrier to break line of sight. And third option, which is what I'll choose, hold my position, stare her down, and reply to the message, "Prove you aren't here to kill me, drop the blade." Boom. Clyde's thumb moves across the screen, message sent. He stays low behind the van, knife in hand, eyes never leaving her. Nyx Hale reads the message. Her expression doesn't change. It was already nothing, flat, clinical. She tilts her head a fraction. The gesture is almost insect-like in its precision. Then she reaches down, unclips the scabbard from her belt, and sets the red star sword on the ground, straightens, steps back 2 paces from it. Her phone races again. Buzz. Nyx Hale. So her name is Nyx Hale. She said, "Done. If I wanted you dead, you'd have been dead at the safe house. I have a contract. You're not the target. You're adjacent to it." She stays where she is, 60 meters, no weapon, arms loose at her sides. The red glow on the blade on the ground pulses faintly, like a slow heartbeat. Wind moves through the empty street between them. A curtain flaps from a second-floor window somewhere. Adjacent to it, meaning someone near Clyde, or somewhere Clyde is going, is marked for death, and she's been tracking him to get there. She doesn't move closer, doesn't need to. The message is clear. She's faster, stronger, and choosing not to be a threat right now. The drop blade is a courtesy, not a vulnerability. An S-rank hunter-killer without a weapon is still an S-rank hunter-killer. Clyde's position behind the van suddenly feels less like cover and more like a fishbowl. Yeah, I mean, come on, I got like a little knife. It's not meant as a weapon, but more of a utility. So here are the options again. I could choose to make a custom option, but right now, I really like the direction of where this story is going, so I'm just gonna keep choosing the default answers that it's giving me. First option, keep the knife out and stand up slowly. If I'm not the target, then who is? And why are you wasting your time talking to me? Second option, leave the van and walk away in the opposite direction. I don't care about your contracts. Stay out of my way, hunter. Third option, pick up a heavy rock and hurl it at the red sword. You want to be civil? Fine. Let's see what happens if I break your toy. I don't think breaking her sword is quite civil. That's just picking for a fight. Leave the van and walk away in the opposite direction. Or keep the knife out and stand up slowly. You know what? I'm gonna try to understand her situation, so I'm gonna choose the first option. If I'm not the target, then who is? And why are you wasting time talking to me? Clyde races from behind the van, slow, deliberate. The knife stays in his right hand, blade angled down. He doesn't close the distance. His voice carries across the 60 meters, rough from disuse. He hasn't spoken to another person in 3 days. Nyx watches him stand. No reaction, no tension shift in her posture. She could be looking at a wall. Her phone raises. Buzz. Your destination, Sector F border. There's a Crimson Blaze officer using the chaos to run a side operation, extorting unaffiliated hunters for passage through their territory, skimming resources meant for beast suppression. My client wants him removed. A pause, then another message. You've been moving towards Sector F for 3 days, same route other unaffiliated hunters take to reach the civilian zones. He'll be there. You'll draw him out faster than I will alone. Unaffiliated hunter, no rank insignia, no guild protection. You're exactly what he preys on. So apparently I'm gonna be a decoy to a Crimson Blaze officer. She's not asking, she's informing. The circulation is already done in her head. Clyde is bait, see? Whether he agrees or not. The only question is whether he walks into it knowingly or blindly. Nyx picks up the red star sword, clips it back to her belt in one smooth motion. The courtesy is over. And then there's one massive blank screen. I swear, this screen is supposed to have a picture of her or something, but apparently not. That's quite disappointing. Nyx Hill, you keep walking your route, I handle the rest. You don't need to do anything except exist. Her voice is exactly what her text suggested. Flat, clipped, stripped of anything unnecessary. She speaks like someone conserving ammunition. Refuse, and I'll find another way. Slowly, messier. Your choice changes nothing for me, only for you. Okay, so I'm gonna have to decide what to do with this newfound knowledge that she just gave me. First option, holster the knife and nod curtly. Fine, I was heading to Sector F anyway, just don't let me get killed as your pawn. 2, shake my head and start backing away. I'm not playing your game. Nyx, find someone else to be your bait. Or 3, toss my phone onto the sapphalt. If I'm bait, I deserve a cut. Give me a reason to walk into his trap for you. That would actually be a reasonable choice, the third option, because I'm about to risk my life for her mission. But in the same time, the first option is, don't let me get killed as your pawn. So she may protect me in some way. After all, she seems to be a much more powerful entity than I am. Alright, I'm gonna choose the first option. Nyx's expression doesn't shift, no relief, no satisfaction. The transaction is simply confirmed. Again, no picture. You won't die, he's B rank at best, greedy, sloppy. He won't kill you, he'll try to shake you down first, that's when I move. She turns her back to him without hesitation, no concern. An S rank, turning her back on an unranked hunter with a knife is not trust, it's math. Keep your current pace, you'll hit the Sector F border by early afternoon. The checkpoint he runs is an old highway interchange, over past the Crimson Blaze banner. You'll see it. She starts walking towards the alley she emerged from, stops, doesn't turn. One more thing, if other unaffiliated hunters are there when it happens, don't help them run. He locks down runners fast, stay still, look scared. It'll be over in 3 seconds. Okay, so she seems to know exactly what she's dealing with, and with that I may take her advice on it. Do not run, stay still. Then she's gone, not dramatically, just turns a corner and the sound of her footsteps vanishes immediately, like she was never a physical presence in a space at all. The street is empty again, just Clyde, the dead residential blocks, and the long road south-southeast. He checks the time, 5 hours to the border at his pace, maybe 4 if he pushes it. The industrial park ahead offers faster straight line travel, but worse cover. A distant rumble from the north. Moonlight sweep has begun, right on schedule. No going back now. So for those who don't know, Moonlight sweep, they seem to be some sort of unaffiliated hunters as well, or you could just say enemies, and they will not take you kindly, and they will probably try to kill me. First option, stare at the empty alleyway, bait for a rat like that. Let's see if she's as good as her math claims. 2. Check the knife grip and spit. I don't play roles for people. I take the industrial park path and find my own way through. 3. Sprint towards the industrial park. If I'm already in her crosshairs, I might as well make sure she's the one who stays in mine. I'm just gonna stare at the empty alleyway. Clyde watches the empty alley for a few seconds longer. The silence confirms what he already knows. She's gone, probably already repositioning somewhere ahead, calculating angles and timing like a chess engine. He exhales through his nose, slides the knife fully into his sheath at his belt. Bait. Not the first time someone's used him as a means to an end. Probably won't be the last. The difference this time is that the person doing it can actually back up the promise. S rank, hunter killer. If she says 3 seconds, it's probably 2. He starts walking again. South, southeast. The industrial park yawns ahead. Rusted chain link fences, loading bays which their shutters half open like dead mouths. He picks a route along the fence line where he can see both directions. 10:47 AM. Deep into the industrial zone, his legs ache. Ration bar number 2 is gone. Water's at half. Okay, looks like we're gonna run out of food and supplies. He passes a warehouse with Uto Logistics printed across the side in faded blue. Inside, through a gap in the shutter, he can see overturned shelves and scattered packages, looted already. The terrain starts to shift around noon. The industrial park gives way to an elevated highway approach, cracked concrete ramps, overgrown median strips. Ahead, maybe 2 kilometers, he can see it. The overpass. Crimson blaze banners, deep red fabric with a black flame insignia, hung from the guardrails. Makeshift barricades, a checkpoint. Figures moving up there, at least 4, armed. So it seems like it was a very well-guarded place. So I'm gonna have to be super careful. Clyde slows his pace, keeps walking, looks the part, tired, unaffiliated, desperate for safe passage. Somewhere behind him, or above him, or somewhere visible at all, Nix Hale is watching. Hostile ahead, 2 kilometers. What am I gonna do? 1. Tense my muscle and fix my eyes on the checkpoint. Time to play the part. Let's see if she's watching. 2. Slowed to a deliberate limp. I hate this. If they decide to execute me before she moves, I'm going to be really annoyed. And 3. Reach down to adjust my boots, scanning the rooftops for a glimpse of her. Don't miss your mark, Nix. I'm walking into the fire. Yeah, I kinda wanna be reassured. I don't wanna just... What if she hasn't got to that checkpoint yet and I'm just gonna walk straight in without her? So I'm gonna have to look at the rooftops to see if I see her. She could also text me to see if she's in position. He doesn't see her, not a glint, not a shadow, not a strand of hair catches the wind. The rooftops are bare, empty balconies, dead satellite dishes, a tattered tap flapping from a broken antenna. Nothing. Either she's that good, or she's not there at all. Clyde straightens up, adjusts the pack on his shoulder, starts the final approach. The 2 kilometers shrink. The figures on the overpass becomes clearer. 4, no, 5. 3 standing at the barricade with weapons visible, a rifle, a bat of some kind, and something heavier slung over one's shoulder. 2 more sitting on a folding chair behind them, relaxed, confident. At 1 kilometer out, one of them spots him, a hand raised, pointing. The group stirs. 500 meters, a voice carries down from the overpass, amplified by a cheap megaphone. You, Solo, hands where we can see 'em. Keep walking towards the ramp. Okay, this is gonna get intense now. Clyde keeps his hand visible, keeps walking. The ramp curves upward to the left, Cracked asphalt, weeds pushing through. A burnt out car sits halfway up, shoved to one side to clear the path. He crests the ramp. Up close, the checkpoint is crude but functional. Jersey barriers, razor wire, a folding table with a lockbox and a tablet on it. The Crimson Blaze banners look fresh, recently hung. This isn't official guild infrastructure. It's a shakedown booth. The man at the front steps forward, stocky, late 20s, Crimson Blaze jacket worn open, a guild badge pin crooked on the lapel. He carries a short-handled axe on his belt, decorative, more than practical. His grin is the kind that's practiced in the mirror. Crimson Blaze officer. Well, well, another stray. You people keep coming like roaches. He looks Clyde up and down, lingers on a lack of insignia. The worn pack, the knife at the belt, utility grade, not combat. Passage to the civilian sectors run through us, friend. Associations gone, roads aren't free anymore. 5,000 creds, or equivalent in supplies, gear, whatever you've got. The four behind him watch, bored. They're done this dozen of times. Somewhere, nowhere, 3 seconds away from the end. So looking at the info, this Crimson Blaze officer is hostile and it's trying to make me give him something. 1. Slowly raise my hands. I don't have 50,000, but maybe we can work something out before things get messy. 2. Keep my expression flat and defeated. Take the pack then. It's all I have. Just let me pass. Or 3. Look past him towards the empty horizon. You guys should really check your perimeter more often. It's about to get real loud. I feel like if I say the third option and then that Nix Hill doesn't appear, I'm just gonna screw myself. But in the same time, first option, I raise my hand, tell them the truth that I don't have 50,000 and see where we go from there. First option. The officer's grin widens. He steps closer, close enough that Clyde can smell cheap cigarettes and gun oil. The axe on his belt catches a dull glim. Work something out, he says. He snaps his finger. 2 of the men behind him stands from their chairs and flank Clyde. 1 on each side, just outside Clyde's reach. Professional enough to box him in, lazy enough not to draw weapons yet. Here's how it works, stray. No creds means you hand over the pack, knife too, whatever's in your pockets. Then maybe I'll let you walk through with your legs intact. He reaches out and flicks a strap of Clyde's pack with 1 finger. Or you turn around and take your chances with whatever's behind you. Moonlight sweep, right? Heard they start early today. He laughs. The men echo it, hollow, rehearsed. So these dudes are playing me up. A third unaffiliated hunter is here too. Clyde notices now, a woman crouched against the Jersey barrier to the right, arms wrapped around her knees, young, black pack already taken, eyes red, she's not moving. The officer hasn't looked at her in a while. She's already been processed. Clyde stands still, hands up, looks scared. The officer leans in, and then the air changes. Not a sound, a pressure, like barometric collapse before a storm, except localized to the space directly behind the officer's skull. Red light, a single horizontal line, thin as thread, materializes across the officer's throat. He blinks. There's no picture. Nix Hale, contract fulfilled. She's standing behind him, sword drawn, the blade already seethed again before the blood arrives. The 4 men don't move, not because they choose not to, because their brains haven't processed what happened yet. The officer's knees buckle. He drops. The axe clutters. 2 seconds, not 3. The 4 remaining men finally react, stumbling backward, reaching for weapons. One raises the rifle. Nick's eyes shift to him, just her eyes. Nick's Hale says, "Drop it, you're not part of the contract, don't become part of the next one." The rifle lowers, all four back away from the barricade like men who's just realized they're standing in a minefield. Silence, wind through the overpass, the banners flutter. Nix turns to Clyde, blood on the concrete between them, pooling slowly. "You're through. Civilian sectors are northeast from here, 4 hours. She doesn't wait for thanks, doesn't expect it." Wow. That was insane. Guys, she actually saved my life in some way. It's giving me the options. Nod once, keeping my expression neutral. That was 2 seconds, you're getting faster. 2, don't look at the body, just at her. Is this really the end of our arrangement, or are you tracking more targets? 3, quickly grab the pack from the dirt and step over the body. You're a damn ghost, Nix. Thanks for the save. I feel like if I choose the second option, I'm asking to work with her. But in the same time, how could I help her? I'm just a pawn in this case, plus I'm a lot weaker than her. So I'm just gonna keep my expression neutral and give her a compliment. Nix pauses, the faintest flicker in her expression, not a smile, not a surprise, something closer to acknowledgement, a micro shift in the muscle around her eyes that most people would miss entirely. Nix Hale wasn't trying to be. She flicks a cloth across the sheathed blade, ritual, not necessity. The red star sword doesn't retain a single drop, it never does. She glances at the 4 men retreating down the far ramp, stumbling over each other, then at the woman still crouched against the jersey barrier, frozen, staring at the body. Nix Hale, take her with you or don't, not my concern. She steps over the pooling blood like it's a crack in a sidewalk, walks toward the far edge of the overpass, coat catches the wind, stops at the railing. One thing, she doesn't turn around. That's so her thing. Crimson Blaze will notice he's gone within 12 hours. They'll send someone to investigate. Not another B-rank lackey, someone real. If you're still on this road when that happens, she lets the sentence die. The implication is math, not threat. 4 hours northeast, don't stop. Ooh, looks like we've got ourselves a target. This rank B that just got assassinated was not enough. There's gonna be someone stronger than him that's gonna come looking for me. She then steps onto the railing and drops off the overpass, a 6-story fall into the shadow of the highway underpass below. No sound of impact, no cry, just gone, the same way she arrived. The wind settles, the Crimson Blaze banners flaps uselessly over a checkpoint that no longer has an owner. The woman against the barrier finally moves, looks at Clyde with wide wet eyes, doesn't speak. 4 hours, clock's ticking. Wow, looks like I've got myself a companion here. I could either help her out and get out of this place with her, or go solo. First option, I offer a hand to the woman. Hey, stay with me. We have 4 hours to make the sector line before this place turns into a kill zone. 2, grab the officer's dropped tablet and check the map. No time for sympathy. We move now, or we're both ghost stories by sunrise. 3, I pause by the body, stripping the dead officer of his radio and gear. Don't wait for me. If you can walk, keep moving northeast. I feel like the most human response would be the first option, but I hate the fact that it doesn't mention about grabbing the officer's tablet and checking the maps. No time for sympathy. I think the second option is like someone who doesn't care about people. But I'll be the good guy here and offer her my hand. We need to get out of this place. And looks like I ran out of credits. Wow, guys. This story so far is actually very intriguing. I really like the direction of where it's going, and that we're actually progressing in the story. I know that I haven't used the customized chat box to make my own story up, but personally, I really like the direction of the 3 options it was giving me, and I feel like if I use my own chat, I'll mess up the story in some way. But I'll wait for tomorrow. I hope this video gets views so that I can probably buy the 2000 credits and I can keep making this. It is a pretty interesting story, but what do you guys think? Comment below. And while you're at it, guys, I wanna give this time to tell you about one of the things I make money from, because outside of YouTube, I also invest in a stock called STRC. If there's one thing that feels good, it's that you're able to sit at home, read stories, and get paid passively without having to go to work. There is this preferred stock called STRC, which I invest in my Robinhood ISA. It currently has a dividend yield of 12%, and it pays me twice per month just for holding it. And as you can see here, I've put $2,200 into STRC and I'm getting around $11 twice a month. My next payment is expected to be around $11 on August 17th. I'm based in United Kingdom, and if you want to get your hands in STRC and get paid twice a month, you can use my referral link below. And when you sign up, you'll get a fractional share. Like and subscribe if you want to see more of these videos.